February 9th, 2026, a day that will be remembered for its extraordinary weather contrasts as the United States finds itself split by three wildly different seasons, all at once. From coast to coast, the nation is experiencing a meteorological event unlike anything in recent memory. In the east, a brutal Arctic blast has plunged temperatures to dangerous lows. Cities from Boston to Atlanta are shivering under a deep freeze, with wind chills making it feel even colder. Streets are coated in ice, and the air is so frigid that just a few minutes outside can be hazardous. Out west, a powerful atmospheric river is flooding the coast and dumping feet of snow in the mountains. Rivers are rising rapidly, and mountain passes are nearly impassable. Residents are bracing for mudslides and avalanches as the relentless moisture keeps coming. Meanwhile, the Central Plains are basking in spring-like warmth, leaving residents wondering if winter is over. Temperatures are soaring into the 60s and 70s, and people are out enjoying the sunshine, some even in short sleeves, despite the calendar saying February. This isn't your typical winter pattern. It's a dramatic clash of weather extremes, with the country divided by a line between ice and warmth, storms and calm. The jet stream has dipped sharply, letting frigid air pour into the east, while Pacific moisture slams the west. This unusual setup is driving the chaos, creating a weather battleground right over the heart of the country. In between, a ridge of high pressure is pulling warm air north, creating a sharp weather divide. The contrast is so stark that you can see the boundary from space. Snow on one side, green fields on the other. The impacts are immediate. Frostbite warnings in the northeast, flood alerts in California, and confusion in the plains as people try to make sense of the wild swings in temperature and conditions. Emergency responders, school districts, and families are all adapting to their region's unique challenges. Some are preparing for power outages and dangerous roads, while others are watching rivers and creeks for signs of flooding. Understanding this setup is key to staying safe as the nation faces a winter day no one will soon forget. Meteorologists are working around the clock to keep everyone informed and prepared. This is a classic atmospheric battle. Ice, water, and warmth, all at once. The landscape is changing by the hour, with rivers freezing in one region and thawing in another. Let's break down what's happening across the country and see how this remarkable weather divide is shaping life from coast to coast. An Arctic air mass has invaded the Northeast and Midwest, unleashing the coldest temperatures of the season so far. This frigid blast has swept across the region, catching many off guard with its sudden intensity and biting winds. Meteorologists are calling it one of the most severe cold snaps in recent years, and it's affecting millions of people from the Great Lakes to the Atlantic coast. Cities from Boston to Chicago are waking up to lows more typical of the North Pole than the continental United States. Streets are nearly deserted as people hurry indoors, and the usual morning bustle has been replaced by the crunch of boots on snow and the howl of icy wind. In many places, temperatures have plunged into the single digits, or well below zero, with wind chills making it feel even colder, sometimes dangerously so. The air is so frigid that even a few minutes outside can leave you shivering, and frost forms instantly on windows and car windshields. This deep freeze is straining heating systems, causing furnaces to run non-stop and leading to power outages in some areas. Hospitals are reporting an uptick in cold-related emergencies, and the risk of hypothermia and frostbite is higher than ever for anyone exposed to the elements. Frostbite can set in within minutes, especially in the mountains where wind chills reach -45. Outdoor activities are being canceled, and hikers are being warned to stay off the trails until conditions improve. Schools are delaying openings or closing entirely, and warming centers are opening their doors to provide shelter for those without adequate heat. Volunteers are distributing blankets and hot drinks to help the most vulnerable stay safe. Officials urge everyone to limit time outside, dress in layers, and check on vulnerable neighbors, especially the elderly and those living alone. Community support is more important than ever during this dangerous cold snap. The message is clear. This is not the time to be tough or take risks. Safety comes first, and staying indoors could save lives as the region weathers this brutal cold. The Northeast is in survival mode as the coldest air of winter settles in, and everyone is being urged to take precautions until the deep freeze finally lifts. The main threat now is life-threatening wind chill. Wind strips heat from your body, making 10 degrees feel like 20 below. Frostbite and hypothermia risks skyrocket. Exposed skin can freeze in minutes. Gusty winds and light snow are creating whiteout conditions, especially near the Great Lakes in New England. Driving is treacherous, visibility is near zero, and accidents are piling up. The cold is straining the power grid and causing pipes to freeze and burst. Even starting your car is a challenge in these temperatures. Outdoor work has halted, and daily errands require bundling up in layers. Officials repeat, stay inside if possible, and know the signs of frostbite and hypothermia. This is a weather event that demands respect and caution. While the east freezes, the west coast faces a deluge from a massive atmospheric river. This fire hose of moisture is drenching Washington and Oregon with relentless rain. Cities like Seattle and Portland are seeing over 2 inches of rain in hours, overwhelming drains and flooding streets. Emergency crews are on alert for water rescues and flood emergencies. The storm is moving slowly, raising the risk of rivers overflowing and landslides. Travel is a nightmare. Flooded roads and poor visibility are causing major delays. Residents in flood-prone areas are urged to prepare for possible evacuations. Clearing drains and gutters is critical to prevent localized flooding. The Pacific Northwest is bracing for days of dangerous, record-breaking rainfall. This is a storm system that's testing the region's resilience. The atmospheric river is now targeting California, bringing heavy rain and strong winds statewide. While the drought-stricken state needs water, this storm threatens destructive flooding and mudslides, especially in wildfire burn areas. Burn scars create water-repellent soil, turning rain into fast-moving mud flows that can devastate homes and roads. Officials are issuing evacuation orders and clearing debris basins in high-risk communities. Residents are urged to have emergency plans and be ready to leave quickly. Travel will be hazardous, with flooded roads in cities and feet of snow in the mountains. Power outages are likely as saturated ground and winds topple trees. California is bracing for a major impact from this relentless storm. In the mountains, the atmospheric river is turning to snow. Lots of it. The Sierra Nevada could see up to 8 feet of new snow, enough to bury a house. Mountain passes like Donner Summit will likely close, isolating communities for days. Residents are stocking up, preparing to be snowed in. While disruptive, this snowpack is vital for California's water supply, acting as a frozen reservoir for spring and summer. Ski resorts are celebrating, with fresh powder ensuring a strong season and economic boost. The snow is a silver lining, crucial for drought relief and winter tourism. The storm brings both danger and hope to the West's high country. The Sierra's snow is a critical deposit in the region's water bank. In sharp contrast to the frigid conditions gripping other parts of the country, the Central Plains are basking in an unexpected spell of spring-like warmth. While much of the nation is bundling up, here, the sun is shining brightly and the air feels more like late April than mid-February. A powerful, high-pressure ridge is dominating the region, sending temperatures soaring to levels 30 to 40 degrees above the seasonal average. In some towns, thermometers are flirting with the low 70s, a truly rare sight for this time of year, when snow and ice are usually the norm. Residents are taking full advantage, shedding their heavy coats and heading outdoors. Parks and sidewalks are suddenly bustling with families, joggers, and dog walkers, all eager to soak up the sunshine and enjoy this rare February heat wave. Many cities across the plains are smashing previous record highs, with some locations seeing temperatures never before recorded in winter. But This burst of warmth isn't without its downsides. Plants and trees are starting to bud far too early, and farmers worry that a sudden return to cold could damage crops and set back the growing season. Meteorologists point to the jet stream's dramatic dip as the main culprit. This shift is not only fueling the warmth in the plains, but also driving bitter cold into the east and unleashing powerful storms out west. It's a vivid reminder of just how interconnected our weather patterns are. What happens in one region can have ripple effects across the entire country, and even the globe. The deep freeze gripping the east and the relentless storms battering the west are directly tied to this unusual spring preview in the plains, creating a dramatic weather divide across the nation. This unusual warmth won't last long. Forecasters say colder air is on the way. But for now, it stands out as one of the most striking features of this wild and unpredictable winter. For the Central Plains, it's a brief, record-breaking respite from winter's grip, a welcome, if fleeting taste of spring in the heart of February. With extreme weather coast to coast, officials are pushing urgent safety messages. In the Northeast and Midwest, the focus is on frostbite and hypothermia. Stay indoors, dress in layers, and check on vulnerable neighbors. On the West Coast, flood and mudslide warnings are in effect, especially near burn scars. Residents are urged to have emergency kits, listen for evacuation orders, and avoid flooded roads. Travel is discouraged in both icy and flooded regions. Turn around, don't drown is the mantra. Mountain passes may close, and power outages are likely. Bring pets inside and use heaters safely to prevent fires or carbon monoxide poisoning. Stay informed with weather alerts on your phone or radio. Preparedness and common sense are the best defenses against this wild weather. Meteorologists are already watching for the next big storm, possibly developing around Valentine's Day. Its path could mean more snow for the Midwest and Northeast, or rain for the South. By late February, the weather pattern may flip. Cold could return to the West and Midwest, while the Southeast stays mild. This winter has already been memorable, with record cold, snow, and now a massive storm in the West. March is often the most volatile month, with winter and spring battling for control. Expect more wild swings, heavy snow, severe storms, and dramatic temperature changes. Even as some enjoy a taste of spring, winter isn't done yet. Stay prepared for more surprises as this remarkable season continues.